Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry, I had my microphone away from my mouth here. We're gonna take another shot at this. I think I got it reset everywhere. I am putting back the relic card that I had. I refreshed the tokens, the landmark tokens, and this time around we do have one of the landmark. Like this one is the teleporting one right here. Um, But beyond that, I left this available in the market. I didn't bother reshuffling that. Um, One thing that I thought about is, as you may recall, I did not get all three objectives last time, right? So that one of the objectives they're asking us to do is we have to build siege towers over here, right? And we have to, it's within so many spaces of this, which are these 5 locations. And when we build those siege towers, it had to be the number of points we scored last time plus 1. So if we would have scored all 3 points, I would have to build 4 siege towers. But I only have to build 3 because I only did 2 last time. So it's a little bit of an easier objective for us. And I think that when they give us this free choice right here, where we can build a dispatch platform or a mining outpost. Remember last time I built the mining outpost? We ended up not even using it, as you may recall. We gained so much source, we didn't even use it. And then the reason we lost is because our towers couldn't take them out. So I think I'm really going to build a dispatch platform, just like they're going to allow me to do, and I'm going to build it for free, because I think that's going to just help us immensely. So and then it's going to be away from the path. So as the minions are coming along, I'm going to be 2 spaces away, and that tower or that spire here is going to be able to do some real damage. Now, granted, it can't hit flying units. I get that. And we're going to have to make sure we prioritize being able to build those Lancer towers. And then we're going to have to build some Lancer towers, right? It's not just prioritizing, but it's actually building them. But that's, one thing at a time, right? So I think I actually will take the free tower because that's like last time I took the mining tower thinking, okay, that's going to be 6 free source that we're going to just be given. But really, the building a dispatch tower is 4 source. So I guess, you're getting more source if you build the mining tower. But it is a location. It's location, 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 right? This location right here is a perfect location to hit all these areas, and it's pretty much immune from getting hit itself unless there's something with range that can hit it. Okay, so with all that said, what I did was like I told you, I'm not following the rules. I am giving myself these bonuses again, and I'm doing it exactly the same. I'm basically treating that last mission like it never happened. And largely because this is a fun factor, right? When you're playing solitaire games, I just don't find it fun that if I was unable to beat this game with the bonuses, why on earth would I want to play it without the bonuses? You see what I mean? It makes no sense to me, and there's no fun in that. Although I think I could win this without getting those bonuses, but I'm going to get them anyways. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we got to roll the event die. That's first thing we need to do. And I rolled a 3. So the event die with a 3 is a dispatch. And if you remember, we're protected dispatches. So we get to ignore the event die. I got 7 source, basically, from this. And I'm basically at 10 source, because I also got 3 from the income phase. So the errors build stables level 1, which means that they're getting 1 extra hit point for... what are they called? The Harriers. So first thing they're going to do is they're building a Harrier, and then they have a Joust who's not upgraded, and then a Harrier that is upgraded underneath it. Okay, so the Joust has 3 health, and this is on the bottom for them. and then the Harriers on top. I still need to get the market going. Sorry for the noise. Just trying to shuffle here. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm I'm sad because I think that the market items we got last time were really good. So what do we got? We got a Babel Tower. I'm not real thrilled with that. We got a hero with 2 range and Spire Shot, which means that he will get an extra range if he's on top of a spire, but the spire won't get to shoot anymore. That's still not a bad deal, and he does 2 damage, which makes him really good. And then we get a bunker, which is just looks like it's a spire with 3 fortification. So it's just straight up something to absorb enemy hits for a while. It's an interesting idea. I don't know how useful that is. So I actually think both of these are pretty worthless, so we're never going to buy those. I may buy this guy at some point. I can only start the first wave with 1 hero, so I think that means I can't buy this guy this round. I'd have to buy him, next round. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Also, somebody pointed out, I think I was always talking about getting cram, and the cram costs 7, but that's 7 CP. That's not 7 source. And I think I initially had like some kind of thing where I was going to get cram and wing, together, and I was going to spend source to get cram. That actually was impossible to do. So even though I never actually did that, I was talking about doing it, and that was wrong. There was no rhyme or reason or why I should do something like that. Okay, so I'm going to buy nothing from the market is basically what I'm saying. And then we're going to do the build phase. So I'm basically going to just be building upgrades for myself. I still intend to get the level 1 source drill for 3 income. It's just way too good. And that puts me down to 7. Now I could still build the 2 mining or drilling outposts. It's an interesting idea. But I know we were talking about that we want to get these upgrades so we can have upgraded units. And we're going to get 6 CP instead of 5. And last time we did an Aegis, and I spent 5 on that, and I actually still like that idea. But I remember I still want to get this for 6. So I currently have only 7, so I can only get one or the other. I am going to upgrade the Aegis for 5. I know this is like falling down the same trap that I did last time, but I think that with me not taking... So anyways, that's going to be 5. So that puts me down to 2 source. And for whatever reason, I thought I was able to afford a drilling outpost last time. So 5, that's 3, that's 8. Do we start with 10? So we start with 4, 7. Yeah, I start with 10. So it must have been wave 2 that I built the second drilling outpost, or maybe both. So maybe I did use the drilling outpost after the first round. I'm still not going to do it. I'm going to take the free tower. So it's they said we get to build a dispatch platform or a mining outpost spire for free on any non-path hex. So I'm going to go ahead and get this dispatch platform, put it right there. It has splash. I always forget about that, but it does. And we have 2 source left, and there's nothing I could really do about that. Okay, so we got our hunter, and you can see I'm going to be sad because this little mini harvester was from the last mission, and that was really good because it gave us some nice source income, but not this time. It's not meant to be. Maybe we can pull it out of the cup again. All right, so we're going to start back at level 1 with 3 health, and I'm putting him on bottom. And I have to spend 6, so I'm going to do a Battleborn and an Aegis But this time I am putting the Battleborn on top and I'm grouping them together. So the Battleborn is going to be a 3. And we're going to group them like so. Now, what I did last time is I went to there to explore these two, right? This time around, I want my Aegis to destroy their towers. And remember, I was so disappointed that we couldn't do that last time. And so what I think I want to do this time is I want my hero to get into the thick of the action and take on the enemies straight up. And the reason I'm saying that is because even though my hero will level up by defeating these things, I want to take on the enemies, because if my hero's taking on the enemies, then that means my Battleborn and my Aegis can survive. That's the idea. I don't know how well this is going to play out in practice, because obviously if our hero dies, we die. We lose the mission. I don't want that either. So let's see what we can come up with here. And we go first. So the Battleborn, of course. Oh, you know what? The Aegis only moves 1. Nope, I'm going to do it 1, 2. And then our hero. Now this is what's interesting. I'm stuck. I can't move here. So you know what? I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what I just said. I'm gonna go 1, 2 to here, and then I'm going to. I think I can explore both. Can I? It's been a while since I've had that conundrum. Explore, explore. After spires have fired, you may explore any. Sorry. You may explore any landmark that's adjacent to one or more of units. So I think I can do that infinitely. So let's do this one first. And so what this one is that one has the toxic secretion. So if I move, I die, but I don't plan on moving. Or if I move, I take a damage. That's what I meant to say. So this is a really nice one. And then this one here is the bounty hunter. He's the guy that will do just as much damage back to you as you do to him. So the bounty hunter is a bit of an issue because I only do 1 damage currently. I need to be able to do 4. Now, obviously, because he has the hunter ability, he's going to be able to do 2 damage against him. And the good news is he would survive it. All right, I'll think about it. My turn's over, so now it's their turn. So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one, hold on. This is the joust. This one's going to go 1, 2. That's the issue. Oh, should I explore this? Last time I did this, my guy ended up getting hurt, so I'm not going to do that. I'm learning my lessons, folks, at least some of them. Okay, so now it's my turn again. And I know that my hero can defeat those these two guys up here. And in defeating them will get me a lot of source, and it'll help me to build my upgrades and my towers and all the things I need. But, you know, I said I learned a lesson here with this, and of course I have this one barreling on top of me, but this guy is only going to move 2 spaces. Now, if I move my hero, I'm going to be way back here. It's going to take, I'm always going to be like 1 turn behind anyways. So I feel like my fate is already sealed. So I'm going to just do the hero thing, and I'm going to attack this guy for 2. So he's going to take 2 damage, and then our hero takes 2 damage. Like that. And then my turn's over. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Okay, our turn again. We go 1, 2, like so. And then my hero, he does 2 damage, and he will kill the bounty hunter. So the bounty hunter will get us 3 source, and now we're up to 5. And the Battleborn is going to do 1 damage to the Harrier, which isn't much, and then the Harrier will do 1 damage back. So now it's their turn. He can't move. This one will go 1, 2. The Harrier will quick strike the Battleborn for 1 damage, who will retaliate for 1. And so the Harrier is down to 1 health. Now it's our turn. I'm going to spend, I have 5 source. I'm going to spend 3 of it to upgrade this dispatch tower with another attack. Okay, and my Battleborn isn't going to move, my hero's not going to move. So the Battleborn will kill the Harrier. So we get 2 source for that. So that puts us back up to 4. And then the hero did level up. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to add an attack token to him. So he's going to do 3 damage to the Sabissa. But the Sabissa doesn't attack back. And that's our turn. So now the Joust is going to move 1, 2. And he's got the Quick Strike ability, but he does not have the Fury Kick. So the Quick Strike ability is going to do 2 damage to the Battleborn, and the Battleborn's dead. And now the Aegis comes out, and this is what my concern was. I am just far enough along that my tower is not helping, and then my Aegis is going to get killed by this guy. But I've committed, so I got to stick with it now. My hero is going to kill the Sabissa, and that gives me 4 source, so I'm up to 8. And then my hero is going to level up again, but this time he has to flip, which means he goes back to full health. So he's at full health, and he has to attack. So now we're cooking with butter. All right, the Aegis has to attack him. So we're going to do 2 damage to him, which that part's good. But then he's going to do 2 damage back because he's a jerk. Oh, yeah, it's retaliate, so we don't even get to block it. So then it's their turn. He's going to do Quick Strike and do 2 damage to the Aegis, which gets reduced to 1, but it doesn't matter. And once again, we didn't do anything to their towers, which is the part that I wanted to do. So his turn's over. Now it's our turn. So I'm going to move 2. And then this guy's going to move 2. And our tower is going to attack him. And you can see I only did 1 damage to him. But that is enough to kill this guy. So we get 2 source for that. So puts us up to 10. And then the Harrier is left. That's right there. Okay, so that Harrier moves 4 spaces. I can make it so he attacks my hero. Yeah, so it's my turn. And I'm going to go ahead and move 1, 2, like this. And I will reveal this one. And it's the Rift Walk that has a potential overload. So it's basically a portal, but it has a potential overload, which I don't know how easy that is for you to see because it's really not focusing very well. That's a relic. So if I spend 6 source, I can overload that thing and get a relic. And of course, I have to be next to it to do that. So Now it's their turn. So he's going to go in. He has quick strikes. That means he's going to hit me first for 2 damage. And then I'm going to retaliate for 2. Doesn't kill him. And then the tower is going to attack him. And our tower kills him. So round over. That Harrier is going to give us 1 source. Oh, interesting. The upgraded Harrier only gives us 1 source. The non-upgraded one gives us 2. So that puts us to 11 source for the round. And yeah, if we would have had the drilling tower, it would have been nice. But that's okay. This is more or less the same as the first round outcome. So we move on to wave 2. And in wave 2, we roll the event die. And I rolled a 3, which is the dispatch, and we get to ignore that. We get 0 source, but we do get 3 from the source drill, so that puts us up to 14. And then we have to add a range to every tower, and this was the part that I was loathing. But unless I wanted my hero to get up in the action, I sort of did this to myself. And now all the towers have the range. Okay, next. They have a Humminger. That's right, this was that weird guy that comes with an Elfinkazi on top. So I'm going to take an Elfinkazi with 1 hit point, put that on top of him. And then, yeah, he goes on the bottom. Then we have an upgraded Joust, and a downgraded Harrier. So Joust, both of them upgraded. And then Harrier, not upgraded. This is where I remember getting a lot of source from this one. Joust, Harrier, yep. Okay, so the Joust takes 4 health. And this guy has the Fury Kick. So they have a big stack of units there. And we have 14. And I don't want to jerk around here. I think last time what we did was we upgraded like the Dispatch and the Battleborn. But what I want to do is I want to get the Lance Tower so I can build more towers. I don't necessarily need to get the Source Bomb, which will let me get a Source Siege engine yet, but I do want to spend the 6 points for the Smelter. So we're going to get Smelter level 1. All right, and that 14 minus 6, that puts us down to 8. Okay, so what I did was we can now build the Lance Towers. I can't build any more Siege Towers. I got to save my 3 Siege Towers for the objective. But I can at least build the Lance Tower and the Lance Launcher. Lance Launchers, why are they important? Well, first of all, Lance Launchers are anti-air. So that by itself is important. And then secondly, I just need more help, because why did we lose that last time we played? It's because these enemies were able to overwhelm us. And this time around, we can't allow that to happen. That's basically it in a nutshell. So I have 8 source left. Now we could buy this guy from the market, and he's just as good as a ranged tower. In fact, he's a little bit better because he's guaranteed 2 damage. I like him. I like him a lot. He has 3 range if I put him on top of a tower. So what I can do is I can put him on a tower to get the extra range, and then once they come into the range of the actual tower itself, I can just move him off the tower, and then they both attack, right? It's a really nice option. It'll cost 4 of my source. Otherwise, if I'm spending 8 source, I can get my Battleborn and my Dispatches upgraded. And if you remember, that's what we used last time, because we're gonna be deploying 7 CPs worth of units. I did a Dispatch and an Aegis, if I remember correctly. So obviously the 4 points for the Battleborn I don't care about as much, but getting the dispatch to his upgraded side, here, let me show you the difference. It's 2 range and only 1 damage, but if I put him on his upgraded side, he's got 2 range and splash, and then he does 2 damage. I mean, that's a significant upgrade. So as much as I want the hero, I'm going to spend the 8 points to get the upgrades to, what is that? The Honor Pit. So now my Dispatch and my Battleborns will be upgraded. And I know these are all tough choices, but I really do like this guy. I mean, there's nothing about him I don't like. But I just I can't pay the 4 source right now. That's the issue. And it'll be nice to have him. Now, the other thing I can do, well, actually, hold on. The other thing I can do is instead of deploying units, I can put Cram the Mighty on the board. And then when he upgrades, he'll have Armored and Survival, plus a lot of health, and the ability to take out those towers. Oh, what to do, what to do. You know what? I'm going to cancel the Honor Pit upgrades. So that gives me 8 source back. I'm going to buy this one for 4. And then I'm going to buy a mining tower, a drilling tower for 3. So that leaves me with 1 source left over. Yeah, there was nothing else I could buy for... you know what? I could have bought the source bomb for 3. But I'll do the drilling outpost. So that way we at least have something coming our way. And then, yeah, I'm going to build Cram the Mighty. I'm not going to deploy actual units this round. And then the market is going to get... Oh, man, I wish I could get this too. That's a hammer and chisel. This is the thing, if you remember, a hero or unit that has... The hero that has this does 2 damage to towers. Okay, this guy's 3. And this guy is 5. They both have the same movement. And I'm going to go ahead and put... I'm going to put Callus on top. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put Cram the Mighty on top, actually. Okay, so off we go. It is their turn to go... Oh, you know what? It was their turn to go first the last time. I think they did go first. It doesn't matter, but now it's our turn to go first. So I'm not going to move Osh. I need him to heal up. And then Cram the Mighty will do his 2 to here. And then Callus is going to do 1 to there. The thing that's unfortunate about this is I can't build a tower here. And I can't build a tower on this one either. So it's a good thing I did this, because neither of these can take a tower. I could build a tower back here. The problem is by the time that tower is in range to hit units, that unit's already hitting our fortress. It's not a super valuable thing. Now, because we took advantage of that offer and built this tower here, we have dominance over this territory, which means that I'm allowed to build a tower all the way down here already, and I don't even have to build a tower here if I don't want to. And in fact, this mining tower, I can just as easily move to there, and then that saves up these 2 for when if I want to build lance towers here, I can do that, so that way when they approach the gate, I can, you know, pick them off at the gate if I wanted. Okay, that was our turn. So now we come over here, and he moves 1, 2, 3. And then this one is going to move 2. So now back to us. I'm going to heal up with Osh. Cram the Mighty can go 1, 2. And he's going to explore that. We already know what that is. So yeah, they could take the teleporter to go from here to there. I guess it's something. I mean, it saves you a move, right? If you're standing on this, you can go here for 1 and immediately go there, and then you can actually end up here. So you could actually skip a step, I guess. It's an interesting idea. And then Kellis is going to do his 2 move and go to there. Nope, he's going to go through the gate port to this one. So he'll end up there. Okay, so it's their turn. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2 for them. Here's the problem with all the heroes. That Elfin Kazi is going to do some nastiness to us. That part's going to hurt. And I'm recognizing that you guys might have a little bit of a glare. My apologies there. I may have to rethink where the camera angle comes from. Yeah, it's just creating just a tad bit of glare. Okay. So now it's our turn. This guy, when he goes again, he's going to move to here. And this thing with its range only goes to here. So where I'm at is I want this guy to just get pummeled by the towers. I'm not as interested in, and I definitely don't want him to fury kick us. So, for example, I have the mountain ability, so I can go here for 2. Callus is actually going to go into the tower, so he has 3 range. So that would be, yeah, 1, 2, 3. And then this guy is fully healed, and I'm just going to leave him where he is for now. So yeah, we're not doing anything exciting yet. This one's going to move 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So now what's interesting is he's in range of this, and he has Spire Shot. So does that mean he attacks during the Spire turn or our turn? So let me just check. As part of this unit's movement, it may move onto a friendly non-fortress spire. When on a spire gains +1 range, the spire is inactive while this unit is on top. So I guess it just means that he can attack during his turn. Okay, so it's our turn. And yeah, this unit's going to go ahead and attack and do 2 damage to him. So that's done. The Elfin Kazi can actually... So the Elfin Kazi would have come and done 2 damage to me and blown up. And that's on the last turn. He would have done that. So yeah, Cram's injured. Now, I did my attack already, but I was supposed to do a move first. So thinking this through, I would have moved like this. And this guy does 2 damage. I'm armored. I'm going to go ahead and move Cram the Mighty in as well. So I need to upgrade both of my guys. So which one do I need to upgrade more? I'm going to attack with Cram the Mighty first. So we're going to do 2 damage and kill the Joust. And that gives us 2 sores. So that puts us up to 3. All right, and then he upgrades. So I'm giving him an attack, and he has 2 pips of upgrades. All right, so then the next guy gets 4 health. Yeah, that's not really good, is it? Because we only do 2 damage to him, and he'll be able to do 2 damage back. So I'm just going to sit tight. So now it's their turn. So this guy is going to come up. This one can't move, but then he's going to quick strike with a fury kick. So that means they're going to swap places. And he's going to take 2 damage. And then he does get to retaliate, so he does 2 damage back. like that. All right. So this one is going to do 2 damage to Cram, which only becomes 1. And then Cram is going to do 3 damage back and kill him. So this guy dies, the Humminger, and we get 2 source for that. So we're up to 5. And then Cram is going to get another attack upgrade. He's not quite leveled up yet. And he only has 2 health, so we got to be careful. All right, so this Joust here, well, he's done. So now it's our turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Osh heal up. Actually, no. No, I'm not. This Callus guy is going to move off, and then, of course, he has to teleport to here. And he has a 2 range shot. But Osh is going to go first, and he does 2 damage to the Joust. So we do kill the Joust, and then what's left is a Harrier. And then Osh gets his attack upgrade. So he's fully upgraded, Osh is. And then the Joust gives us 2 source, so we're up to 7. Okay. So, now Callus here is doing a 2 damage shot, and so we're going to hit the Harrier for 2, but not be able to kill it. So that's the end of our turn. So now it's their turn. The Harrier goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He's making it all the way to the gate. He blasted right by the range of our tower because Callus was sitting on top of it. And then now it's our turn. So Osh is going to heal. Cram is going to charge this tower. So this tower now attacks Cram. So we're going to roll 1 die, and we rolled a blank. Even a 1 wouldn't have hurt him. Only a 2 would have hurt him. So that's all I'm going to do with my movement. Then Cram's going to do 2 damage to this guy and take off his range. Now, Callus is going to do his 2 range shot and kill this Harrier, which gets us 2 source. That puts us up to 9. And then Callus actually levels up, but he has no pips. So he's fully upgraded. Dang it. Excuse me. Okay. So now it's their turn. The Harrier is going to do 1 damage to us. We're down to 9. The Fortress retaliates. Our turn. We're going to heal up Osh. Cram the Mighty is going to take a shot from the tower. Tower misses, or it does 1 damage, but the armor absorbs it. And we're going to destroy the fortification. And now Callus is going to attack and do 2 damage. And we killed the last Harrier. We get 2 more source. That puts us up to 11. And we're done with the wave. So Cram is getting ready to destroy this tower down here. That wasn't bad. The 3 heroes do work together pretty nicely. Callus isn't bad. I really need to build like a cheap, lame tower, so that way Callus can just sit in that and get 3 range. The perfect place, I think, is right here. So if I could build like a tower here, it'll be really nice because Callus can sit in it, hit everybody as they're approaching, and then we can even have another tower here. I have to have one on this anyways in order to be able to build a tower over here, right? So you got to have one here to have the ability to build one in these 2 spots. So anyways, end of wave 2. Where am I at? I'm at 39 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. And yeah, I'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you.